So, I don't know if you've seen my old videos or any of my posts about how I had lost 40 pounds in the past. I did this through consistent exercise, walking, going to the gym, sit-ups, abs, weightlifting, butt, legs, the whole works. I also like to do a lot of strengthening of the hips and legs and shoulders, ankles, neck, back. I like to keep all my body parts strong. And I do balancing and posture exercises. I tried keto for a little bit. First I tried vegan. I don't really like to suggest diets to people. I let them figure it out for themselves or see a nutritionist. Keep a food diary, go through all of your daily eating habits and then keep track of what your reaction was, how you feel. Are you tired? Were you more energetic? Were you focused? Did you have to go to the bathroom a lot? Did you have any aches or pains? Things like that. And that usually guides people to deciding, because each person's system's so different. I mean, with metabolic makeup and DNA and different medications and stress levels, there's just so many factors involved in weight loss that I don't think that there's any one diet fits all, like a shoe type deal. But what I do think is that eating, for me anyway, personally, more meat and more vegetables and not so many carbs really helps me a lot. I notice that the protein has helped with my focus and my energy levels, and doing a little bit of beef or a little bit of butter. I don't have a gallbladder, so I can't eat a lot of high fats or oils, but a little bit of butter actually really helped my skin. I think that those margarine is just horrible, and that's what I have to eat because of my gallbladder situation. And I've been looking for an alternative to margarine. They have this diet, it's called SOS, and it's like no salt, no oil, and no sugar. And I'm trying to figure out how a person eats meat or vegetables, like broccoli, say, with carrots, with no oil, because it's my understanding that meat and vegetables, such as those kinds, don't absorb oil, they don't absorb water, and so when you try to go to the bathroom, oftentimes you get constipated. Now, I have IBS, but it seems like I get constipated from eating vegetables just dry. I tried it for a while. I tried to come off all the margarine, and it did not work for me. And I was wondering if anybody has any suggestions on how can you get off of the oil, or is there anybody out there that they've got rid of oil and butter altogether? Is there a trick to eating vegetables and meat with nothing, no fats at all, basically, except avocado? I can do avocado. As a matter of fact, a few years ago, I went to my doctor, and they were giving me a blood test, and they said, your good fat is too high. And I was like, what? I've never heard of that before. And they said, oh yeah, you're eating way too many avocados, and you need to put some kind of bad garbage in your system. You need to eat some kind of processed food for a little bit, or something with a different kind of fat. And so that was what I was going to talk to you about today, actually, is the fact that, it's been a few years ago I did a really strict low-caloric diet, and I went a lot lower than I would ever suggest to any of my clients, but I wanted to hurry up and lose weight quickly. I know my own body, you can keep track of your blood sugar and your blood pressure and keep an eye on yourself, stay hydrated, and if you can go real low, then, you know how low your own body can go. You just trust it and learn your own body. And so I went super, super, super low on my calories, and I did this for 3 whole months. And at the end of that 3 months, I had lost 21 pounds just from doing a low-caloric diet. And so in my mind, I've tried a lot of different diets. That one works the best for me. And I really feel like, my belief is that I don't see how, if you cut your food intake and you exercise regularly, why everyone should lose weight. I don't see why there should be a reason why anybody wouldn't lose weight from cutting back on the food or just changing the type of calories you eat. So just recently, about the last couple months here, I'm at the end of my menopause, and I get a lot of cravings, and I kind of got bored of all this healthy stuff, and I went off the health wagon and started eating all that garbage, high processed foods again, with the egg rolls and onion rings and taquitos and just quick and easy garbage, hash browns and sausage and things like that. And so after eating all that for a few months, and I had some binges on some potato chips, luckily I got over that. I was craving it real bad for a while there. And I put in that butter, a little bit of healthier fat, and it all shut off the craving, I think. But anyway, I started to put on the weight again. And see, I had went from 142 or so down to, it took me like around 8 years to actually lose just 10 pounds, you know, and I go, this is ridiculous. Why is this taking me so long? And so then I did that low-caloric diet, and I dropped another 21 pounds in just literally 3 months. I mean, I lost most of my weight in that 3 months, really quick like. And so now I went back up to 124, and then I decided to start counting my calories again. And I realized that, you know, I could probably eat 12 to 1,500 calories a day if they were healthy calories and if I exercised enough on a regular basis. But eating calories from high processed garbage frozen foods is just not the way to go. So I cut back and just started eating plain meat again. You know, plain turkey, but well, I mean, I put salt or seasoning, but just regular ground up turkey burger that doesn't have any kind of, well, it probably has something, but I mean, it doesn't have that huge list of preservatives and all those MSGs and sugars and different chemicals, hidden sugars and everything that's in that other stuff I mentioned. And I started just doing more vegetables, you know, green beans and peas and a little bit of corn and a little bit of potatoes or sweet potatoes. And I got off all those chicken nuggets and popcorn chicken and all that crap. And I dropped the, you know, 4 or 5 pounds in the last couple of weeks, real quick like. And my stomach's got way flatter. So I guess the point I was trying to make is that it may not be so much how many calories you're eating rather than what's in them. What kind of calories are they? Are they good, healthy calories, or is it some kind of garbage? And I haven't been as active because I have a bone spur on my foot. It seems to be going down. I've been doing this meditation and visualizing my bone grinding off the pointy edges of this bone spur and shrinking, getting smaller and smaller, and it actually is getting smaller. It's going away, but I don't want to wait a couple of years, which is how long I feel like it might take to heal it myself. So I'm just going to go ahead and probably get the surgery in January, and then I can start getting more active because my foot's been hurting, so I haven't been walking quite as much. But I did start going back to the gym again, and I'm looking forward to doing a little bit of hiking again this year. And I guess that's about it. I just wanted to talk a little bit about what's going on with my diet and the calories. And I'm kind of curious about what diets have worked for you and why do you think they worked. Say something in the comments about what the diet that's worked the best for you is and why you think it helped or why it worked.